development, Greg, of role players affect the team?
It can be a major factor. Being able to fill the needs of a team, and that's what it's all about. A shot here, a block there, structural players, critical.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Back to Schroeder. Sharge grabs the board. Hazonia kicks to Zubats. Smith feeling it out a bit. Just 5 on the clock. A fadeaway. He clangs that one off the back iron and down it falls.
Nice effort taking the early lead. Here we go.
Take a nice deep breath. You score on that first possession. Gets the game started the right way.
Pass to Wagner. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Oh, good job executing inside. Wagner in total control down there.
Sharge outside. First quarter, just over a minute played. Zubats a screen on Schroeder. A floater. The shot comes out. Pushing it up. Here's Wagner. A rebound by Hazonia.
Not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Away team foul. Dennis Schroeder. First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for 2, Hazonia.
The first free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. And so just over a minute and a half played. Wagner outside. Pass to De Silva. And the layup's good off the glass.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now, here's Zubats. To the paint, here's Smith. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
A guy who's all about team, Zubats. Very unselfish.
Pass to De Silva. There's Wagner with the 3. It's hauled in by Zubats. Gone 2 or 3 here to start off the game. And Zubats has proven that, Brett, there's still a place in the league for old-school center.
Well, I think he plays, Kevin, with a combination of talent around him that allows him to situate himself right where he needs to be. Impactful around the basket, a huge rebounding presence, a guy that brings some physicality, and he's been in a perfect slot to show why it is he's such a valuable NBA player.
And Billy Donovan decides to call timeout. Wants to regroup and go over the strategy. Bogdanovich is checked in for Smith. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. Now, here's Wagner. Hazonia defending. And that one's good. Wagner's got his second bucket of the night.
Yeah, Wagner in attack mode there.
Outside, Bogdanovich buries it from three-point range.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now, here's Wagner. He's guarded close from down in the low post. It goes.
Well, that basket must be widening out right now, and he's making almost every shot he's putting up this quarter.
There's Hazonia, and finish off by Hazonia.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it attacks an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
There's Wagner with the 3. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot from distance like that, what a huge advantage.
And now, here's Hazonia. He's defended by Wagner. Pass to Bogdanovic. 4 seconds left. That shot missing. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. They lead by 2. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
They've got Hartenstein, and it's Washington in at the 1. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. And Greg, you talk about toughness, a compete factor. How does a team create that culture?
Call it critical mass. When you have the entire organization and enough players committed to that kind of effort, everyone has to meet that level.
I missed that time. Would have put him up.
And you have to admire his confidence on that, but there's no way that's going to fall.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
That one goes in, and that's now 6 points for Smith.
He was wide open, but just to make sure, he put a little fade on that jumper.
To the inside, deflects the pass. Pass to Perkichin. Misses the layup. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by, Hartenstein, good for the basket, starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Good passing in the paint may be even more important to an offense than great passing on the perimeter. Those are areas where you got to be careful.
It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
From the stripe. Here's Tiemann. Connects from three-point range.
There you go again. A nice kick out after the D had collapsed on him.
And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. With a break in the action, let's show you the teams with the most second chance points last year.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
There's a minute 47 left to play here in the second quarter. 14 feet away. Count it.
To leave a guy like that wide open from range, big mix-up.
Gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Schroeder kicks to Wagner. Back to Schroeder. Banked in off the glass. Schroeder's got his first 2 points of the night.
And Schroeder did not even have to think twice about that shot. This young man simply devours these chances inside.
It's Bogdanovic on the wing. He's defended by Wagner. And it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That is his first foul of the game. Smith checked in for Bogdanovic. Brad, it's hard to find someone better, isn't it, than Bojan Bogdanovic if you're looking to space the floor.
No doubt about it, one of the better spot-up shooters over the last decade that this league has seen. And Bogdanovic has deep, deep range, so that spacing is going to allow other guys to do their work. This is the kind of guy you want in a half-court setting to make a lot of things happen.
And it's Schroeder missing. Gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. Here's Saric. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2. Doing it very well tonight, around 57%. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Saric outside. Pass to Azania. Back to Saric. Smith outside. 5 on the clock. Saric passes to Zubac. Saric outside. From past the arc. No good. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. They lead by 3. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much, Billy.
Thank you, David. And we'll be right back after halftime to start the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
And guys, which of these matchups are you excited about here?
Me and Kenny in a race to the board.
They've been playing very unselfish. I'm telling you, these guys are feeding off the ball movement, and as a basketball fan, it's wonderful to watch.
And that's a halftime.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Ivica Zubac is out there with Saric. And it's Smith, and it's Hezonja in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. The drive by Smith. Lays it up off the glass. Smith's got 8 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Now here's Schroeder. Pass to De Silva. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder.
A heady play there from Schroeder, zipping the pass to the teammate who had the cleanest look on the possession.
And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Zubac with the screen for Smith. Driving inside. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
Now that play never gets old. The pick and roll will still be an offensive staple 100 years from now. Trust me.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to check in with his team and regroup.
Looking now at some numbers for Zubac. He had a strong showing last season. 2nd in field goal percentage, and he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
And you pointed out his ranking as the 2nd best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become number 1 this time around. The shot's good.
What a great option he gives them on every possession.
It's a close game here in Brooklyn. Saric outside. Pass to Hezonja. From the arc. That one misses. Big percentage, 59%. The offense is running smoothly. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That free throw, no good. And he's good on the second. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Fires from deep. It's good from long range. Lasagna's got 8.
Textbook. Nice pass. Great catch. Even better finish.
Schroeder looking over the floor. Wagner outside. Clock at 6. Pass to De Silva. That shot is off. Some solid defense from Šarić. Smith the pass to Šarić. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. 7 points in the game.
Šarić, one of those guys with size and a combination of a deft touch. And in close, he's effective.
1:04 left in the third quarter. And so the ball's out of bounds. Wagner touched it last. Now let's take a look at the most efficient scores in the NBA from last year's campaign. You look at Zubac, a great player, second in the league. And, of course, Mo Wagner, he's in that same group. He also shoots the ball so well, one of the best.
As well as these two shot the ball, it was a nightmare situation for a defender guarding either one of them. It's so hard to stop them from getting their shots off.
Screen by Šarić. Here's the floater. High post, Zubac. Pass to Bogdanović for the 3. Good on the three-point shot.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. De Silva with the bucket. De Silva's got 8.
Mano y mano. This is where it can get a little personal.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Lets it go. Misses the chippy right there. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Up 7. We're going to step aside for just a second, but join us right back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Next. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. They've got Washington. Isaiah Hartenstein is out there with Wagner. And it's De Silva in at the 3 slot. Pass to Bogdanović. Here's Perkichin. He's defended by Wagner. 4 on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Hartenstein. Been so far very efficient all around, about 55%. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
First personal foul. First team foul. Shooting for the away team. Team at the line for 1.
Plenty of drama in this one so far.
Yeah, don't be surprised if it isn't decided until the final buzzer.
Here's Lasagna. Buries the long-range jumper.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He has decided it's the right time to talk. we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Billy Donovan talking to his team. Now, they've been happy with the way the team is shooting. He reminded players to keep taking those threes, that they've had some clean looks. The three goes in, it's always a welcome sight. Guys?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Wagner. Shot clock at 5. That one, no good. Thing is beautiful right now. 60% for the game. Pretty much everyone out there has been stroking it. Charge with the bounce pass. From deep. And it's Wagner with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Perfect on the shot. Swishes it through.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close, he's getting the ball.
Smith kicks to Hazonia. It's stolen. Here we go, one-on-one. De Silva with the bucket.
And you talk about clutch plays, I mean, defensively and offensively, and we saw it right there.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Count it, good.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Now, here's Wagner. To the middle. Here's Schroeder. He's it up and in off the pretty assist.
And that's why Schroeder is a player you want on your team, because he knows how to come up with huge plays in big situations.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Misses in close. Gone an outstanding 4 or 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. De Silva.
Terrific defense from Zubac. His team relies on him to help alter shots.
Down low. Got it.
What a shot by Šarić. Wow. Hard work paying off.
46 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Wagner. Šarić grabs the board. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And they are in the driver's seat.
Yes, they are. If they come away with points on this trip, Katie barred the door. Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. Wagner outside. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to go on Zubac.
Well, over 80% from the line for his career. You do not want to foul Franz in the act.
And that's an intentional foul.
Number 13. First personal foul. Second team foul.
It's the first that increases their lead to 6. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Here's De Silva. No good on the 3. Here's Smith. So the home crowd happy here as they get the victory. Probably a little close.
Highlight of this game could be the matchup at the 5-spot, Clark.
You know, Brian, we've seen strong play at the center position these last few years, and we've got two bigs who can each take over a game, so I think it's going to be a lot of fun watching them square off.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Jokic the screen. From behind the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. defended by Bogdanovic.
Not exactly how you want to dive into the game. Picks up his first foul right off the bat.
Coming onto the floor for your home team, number 5, Nikola Jovic.
Here's Baberovic. Pass to Şengün. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
And that gets us rolling. Whew, what a tremendous atmosphere in here tonight. Boy, I tell you, you're right. You can feel this one looking like it's going to be a tight one throughout.
Get there.
To the left wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Jokic. Blocked! And they're running. Pass to Baberovic. Misses in close. All right, let's go to Ali LaForce now, who spoke with Doc Rivers.
We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game, and if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
Okay, thank you, Ali.
Still looking to get their offense in gear. 0 for 3 to start this game.
Pass to Larkin. From the high post. There's the block. And they get it back. Launches it from deep. Jokic grabs the board.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there? You know, guys, I think he's got confidence to shoot it from anywhere, but he could have gotten a better one than that.
Bogdanovic, that's good.
This is Bogdanovic's game. Catch, shoot, score.
Pass to Larkin. Oh, he finds himself wide open and drills it.
That's a textbook example of how to move the ball. Boy, you got to love that action.
And Doc Rivers calls timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over.
On the court is your big star. Hey fans, who wants a free t-shirt? Make some noise.
And a chance now to look at the highest scoring teams in the league from last season.
Boy, they do an excellent job offensively. Most of the season last year, they were really in sync. A nice flow and rhythm to their offensive game. But anytime you score the points they did, it's about unselfishness and trusting each other.
Tries it from 19. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
1:02 left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
How about the bounceability of Şengün? Getting himself way up there.
Pass to Bogdanovic. Misses from close range.
Coach loves the execution, just not the result. That's okay. That's part of the process.
Korkmaz passes to Larkin. Back to Korkmaz. Here's Baberovic. Here's Korkmaz. Defended by Bogdanovic. Puts it up from 17. Şengün, no good. Gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. It's good. And he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity.
First personal foul.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
At the line for your home team, number 11.
And that one misses. Here's Osman, covered by Jokic. Fires the 3. And it goes! He gets it! Wow!
And just nails the 3. Way to close the quarter. Talk about lifting up a team and energizing them at the end of a quarter. A 3 at the buzzer, that'll do it.
So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, it's simple. When you can dominate the boards at both ends, you can control the second chance touches.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
We've got Topic, and it's Teodosic in at the point. Pass to Topic. Going inside. The rebound by Osman.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Teodosic in at point guard. Well, Grant, everyone has the same goal right now, and that's to have a strong start to the season.
No question, B.A. And that can be tough to achieve for teams that might have a new coach. Or if you had a lot of roster changes, teams with continuity tend to have the advantage to start the season.
Here's Teodosic. He's scoreless. And too long on the shot. And we played just over a minute of basketball in the second quarter. Down low. And stolen by Jokic. Here's Teodosic. Pass to Topic. Got it. Good job in the low post. Topic has got this first bucket of the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second. No good, off the front rim. Gone just 1 of 3 to begin the second quarter. Here's Jokic. Oh, that's too easy for Jokic when he gets inside position.
Boy, his ball handling skills for a guy of his size and the creativity he plays with. Just remarkable when you watch Jokic do his thing.
There's a screen. A minute 15 left to play in the second quarter. Here's Baberovic. Hits the target from 18 feet. Here's Teodosic. No made baskets yet. Here's the three. He drops it from range. 7 points in the game.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
A minute 15 left in the second period. Şengün, the screen. 5 on the clock. And Şengün throw it down.
Şengün finishing with authority. There you go, big fella. They can feel you.
Timeout, timeout. And Doc Rivers calls timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
Yeah, typically there's some type of adjustment made out of a timeout. It might be major or it could be just a slight tweak.
Intercepted. Here's Larkin to the middle. Misses from short range. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. They set the pick. Outside Bogdanovic. And the layup falls. Bogdanovic has got 5 now.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Larkin with the bucket. Now here's Bogdanovic. 5 points in the game. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. Up by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Well, I think for the home team, like most teams right now, they're optimistic. We'll see how they handle the first couple of games.
Yeah. And guys, let's see now about that closely contested first half for the visiting team. And that is going to do it for us.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Shooting about 60% for the game. Here's Larkin. Şengün, the screen. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 6. Defended by Bogdanovic. That shot off the mark. Shooting around 50% of the game so far. With the drive, and he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Here's Baberovic. Inside. Stolen by Jokic. Pass to Bogdanovic. About a minute played here in the second half. Now here's Jokic. Puts up a deep 3. And it's Larkin with a rebound. Crafty move. Tipped. And he's able to get it back. Here's Baberovic. Second chance shot. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now.
They've been unable to hit anything this half. 3 attempts and 3 misses.
And he gets that one.
Jokic, so dangerous when he's got the rock in his hands. He's a top-notch passer as well as a great scorer. He always delivers.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. All right, for this break, let's take a look at the teams that were the toughest to score against last year.
And their gritty mentality when it came to defense was really infectious. They were the best last year at holding opposing teams to low-scoring totals.
Defended by Bogdanovic. Pass to Baberovic. And here they come for the lead. Can't get it to drop.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Here's Larkin. Now Şengün. We've got a minute 48 left in the third. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass on the layup. Şengün's got 6 points.
What a move by Şengün in close. Determination for sure.
Pass to Jokic. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Larkin. To the right side. The 11-footer. Got a hand on it. Outside Bogdanovich. 56 seconds left in the third. Pass to Jokic. Off with the layup. Gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Here's Larkin. Here's the pick. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. Gone 2 of 5 in this third quarter. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the inside. There's Bogdanovich with the 3. It's hauled in by Baberovic. Puts up a deep 3. No good. Misses at the buzzer. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. Up by 1. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. Moment ago, head coach Doc Rivers.
Hey guys, we need a run right here. Come on.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Guduric in at the 2 spot. Floats one up, and the layup is good.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. And the first one at the line is good. Good on both.
He's making the most of every trip to the line, providing for his team.
Here's Teodosic. To the middle. Here's Jokic. Oh, Jokic hammers it home.
Jokic doing a nice job on the screen, solidly set, then rolls to the perfect spot for the score.
Pass to Osman. Şengün against Jokic. Now here's Şengün. Defense is right there. Oh, hits the outside fadeaway.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
You know, they want the ball in his hands here because they trust him to hit all the big shots.
Now here's Jokic. Over Şengün. And the basket by Jokic. Jokic has got 4 points this quarter.
And you can see why they put him in these spots. He's able to use his size to get the shot he wants.
Not only perfect execution, how about perfect timing, too?
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's looking to make some very important adjustments here. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Chris Finch said to the team. They were encouraging their team to run, look for breaks. Coach wants to see them getting into transition more. Back to you, Brian.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Pass to Şengün. Defended by Bogdanovich. And here's Şengün. He drains it as the shot clock ticks down.
So calm under pressure. That was a bailout shot by Şengün.
Outside Bogdanovich. Pass to Jokic. From downtown. And no good. Shooting around 50% of the game so far. To the paint. Here's Larkin. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead. Gone 3 of 4 in the fourth and looking confident on offense. Now here's Bogdanovich. We've got 1:28 left in the final quarter. Jokic in the post. Defended by Şengün. Jokic, no good. Jokic has gotten 3 of his 8 shots to go. Down low. This is the baby hook. Oh, lots of drama in this game so far.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be surprised if it comes down to the final buzzer.
Inside.
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. It's going to go on Bogdanovic.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
There's the triple. And nails the tray.
And Bogdan has played in big games before, and this experience translating into him being ready to take important shots.
Pass to Larkin. Puts up a 3. The shot off that time.
A rough game for him scoring the ball. Just can't seem to get it going. Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
And an intentional foul right there.
Second team foul.
First free throw is good, and that puts him up 5. And so he drops them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Extending the team's lead. Just solid execution at the line.
Here's Baberovic. Cash! What a beautiful shot! Brings them within 3. 11 seconds left to play in the 4th, and they need to stop the clock, so there's the foul.
Third team foul. At the line for 2.
He hits the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game.
Huge moment. He steps up and sinks the final daggers.
Fires for 3. That shot is off. And so they get the victory here at home. This one was in the balance right until the final second.
Expect up and down doors, fast basketball. These teams prefer to operate in the half court. They're very methodical, but fun to watch.
Hey, good basketball, regardless of the pace at which it's run, is good basketball. And with these two teams, movement, screening, high IQ offensive basketball, I'm here for that.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Now here's Schroeder, covered by Hayes. Now Wagner. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game, and that one drops for him.
Well, you don't often see Wagner exploit the defense in the mid-range, but he understood this is where it will work for me right now.
To Hayes, puts up a three, bangs home the trifecta.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Good on the triple.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Strong, the pass to Wembanyama. Puts it up from 17. A shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
I'm not sure how defenders are supposed to guard Wembanyama without making contact.
Wagner outside. Back to Schroeder. There's the pick. Rebounded by Victor Wembanyama. Outside Fournier. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
They're so adept at sizing up the defense, guys. You cannot give Fournier any space.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Wagner outside. Pass to De Silva. Just 5 on the clock. Over Sar. De Silva. No good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Now here's Fournier. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fournier. That shot wide open. Fournier's got 6 points.
Well, you love the lead that Fournier has taken in this area. This guy is a very dangerous shooter.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that have really been controlling the boards during the past month.
I mean, they've taken their rebounding to another level, getting physical and playing with a ton of energy.
Here's Bonga. There's a good screen. They can't stop the run with that one. To the paint. Nice shot by Yabusele.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Pass to Bonga. There's 47 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Back to Wagner. Here's Bonga. The 3. That one, no good. Koulibaly with it. Outside Fournier. Three-pointer. Gets the three-pointer to fall. He's got 9.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Here's Washington. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That free throw good from Washington.
Washington. 2 shots.
And so he makes both from the line. And the home team has possession. They have a 9-point lead.
The failure to make shots on a consistent basis, that's going to put you behind the 8 ball all night.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
Here's Washington. From deep three-point territory. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Leading by 9. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Boy, it's been a really pretty thing to watch, executing their game plan to perfection.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
And finished off by Gobert.
All too easy for Mr. Gobert in the painted area. Nicely done.
Washington passes to Hartenstein. Pass to Washington. Shoots the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Washington's got 5.
That was big because they dug a big hole in the first quarter, but starting to show signs of life.
And it's a foul called on Mo Wagner. That's his first foul. And eventually every player, GA, has to grapple with age, realizing they've lost a step or 2 against the young fellas. And sometimes That is a very slow realization.
Oh, it is, Kevin. Hopefully, by that point, it's less about financial security and more about prolonging the inevitable, simply for the love of the game.
They set the pick. Pass to Wagner. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
Batum finds Gobert. Now Koulibaly. Now here's Gobert. 4 on the clock. Here's Rizichet. Can't connect from short range. Gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Pass to De Silva.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:57 left in the first half. To the middle. Here's Wagner. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
Now that's a great possession. You set Wagner up down low and let him go to work.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guy. So both teams making some changes here. Let's take a second now to view the top pickpockets in the NBA. Fifth on the list, Victor Wembanyama.
And he's been a rock for them defensively. Just so many steals for him this year, and so many of them have been in key moments for his team.
Up top, Fournier. He's defended by Wagner. Pass to Fournier. Wembanyama, left side. Back to Koulibaly. Fournier against Wagner. Wembanyama, a screen on Wagner. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Tiemann, he's defended by Koulibaly. Back to Schroeder. There's a screen. Fires for 3. That shot off. Here's Koulibaly. He's defended by Wagner. Pass to Song. Hayes up top. Here's Song. Fires the 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. And stolen by Song. Now here's Hayes. A lot of room. And Wembanyama throws it down.
Man, this kid is tough. Wembanyama just powering it in despite the contact.
Rizichet, he's checked in for Koulibaly. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Wagner outside. Drills it from outside. Wagner's got 5.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Wembanyama with it. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so that brings the first half to a close. They lead by 6. We'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
In the Eastern Conference, Victor Wembanyama.
Tremendous effort lately from this guy, Victor, 7-4.
Turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the home team.
Their outfits.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's...
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Nice game, great performance by Evan Fournier.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far, unstoppable.
Victor Wembanyama is out there with Song. Then there's Rizichet. Then it's Evan Fournier. And it's Hayes in at the 1. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson.
Guys, when you're talking about young players, the first thing I want to know is, do they have passion and enthusiasm for the game? Franz Wagner, he's got every bit of that.
Now here's Hayes. Off with the layup. Here's De Silva. Here's Wagner. Finds the bottom of the bucket from 13 feet out. 8 points for him.
You get the sense that no matter where he is on the floor, Franz Wagner is comfortable offensively. This guy can really shoot it.
Wembanyama sets a screen for Hayes. Wembanyama outside. And here's Fournier. 9 points in the game so far.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Bucket is good. Schroeder's got his first bucket of the night.
This guy not just a jump shooter now. Dennis Schroeder more than happy to get inside and mix it up.
Now here's Hayes. He's guarded by Schroeder. Pass to Rizichet. There's the screen. And the shot goes down.
Well, that's a great sign for Rizichet, proving he can handle the physicality of the NBA.
And the timeout called here by Billy Donovan. Wants to talk some things over, might be seeing some things to adjust. And now let's check out the standings in the Eastern Conference and see how the playoff race is shaping up. Taking a look here at the visitors. They're second in the conference and looking to finish strong heading into the playoffs. Right now, they're 5 spots below them. Pass to Schroeder. Wagner outside. On Sunday. And then on Wednesday, they'll be matching up against Giannis Antetokounmpo. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Inside, here's Rizichet. And the layup falls.
Possessing good size and impressive versatility, the rookie Rizichet looking comfortable operating inside.
Back to Wagner. Here's the screen. 5 on the clock. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Boy, Franz Wagner, he is 6'10", folks, but really gifted offensively. Can do a little bit of everything. Nice pass there.
Rizichet with it. He's defended by Wagner. And it's Rizichet missing. Schroeder outside. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. Gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. The shot's good from Fournier.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Wagner outside.
Don't watch him.
Pulls it up. And the jumper is good. Wagner's got 10 points in the game. 2 for 1 opportunity here if they want it.
And no doubt, Kevin, if I'm them, I go for it.
Back to Hayes. Pass to Wembanyama.
Maybe the most hyped teenager since LeBron James. Wembanyama is the poster child for upside.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight. So it's both teams making substitutions here. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. To the inside. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert. And free throw good from Washington.
For the away team.
Washington hits them both. Gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Now Koulibaly. No scoring in this one. What a play. Simply trains it in at the buzzer.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finish.
The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of the fourth quarter. Stay with us. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for me.
And when you're the beneficiary of a pass that good, you better deliver. And he did just that.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. We've got Mo Wagner. He's out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. And it's Washington in at the 1. Pass to Chang. Looking for Gobert. He gets it there. He can't get that one to fall. Thing has been just great so far, up at 56%. Here's Washington, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Yeah, nothing too fancy. Just getting the job done when they need to. Make every possession count.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kenny Atkinson had some words for his team during the break. He asked his team to dig deep. He said, I know you're tired, but they're tired too. It's about who can give more than the other guy at this point. Show me what you can give. Back to you.
Thank you, David. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Now, here's Wagner. Guarded closely. And the rejection by Wembanyama. Let's take a second look at that fantastic block.
And in a close game, blocks like that are so clutch, and that could be a real difference maker here tonight.
About a minute and a half through the fourth quarter now. Back to Hayes. Sarr sets the screen for Hayes. Traps in the tray.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
The visitors with the ball. They trail by 7. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, when you look at the 6'10" Franz Wagner, what you love is the skill set. It is tailor-made for today's NBA. He can stretch you from deep. He's not afraid to mix it up on the glass. You love it.
Pass to Wembanyama. Sarr sets the screen for Wembanyama. Sarr with it. 5 to shoot. Fournier, that's for 2. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Well, Fournier has now turned himself to an effective scorer from any area. He's starting to catch fire.
They set the screen. Wagner wide open. Offline with his 3. Gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. No good with the layup. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here, we're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Schroeder outside. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, Schroeder is 6'1" with a thin frame, but make no mistake, he's got balance and the ability to play through contact.
Wembanyama outside. Fournier in the corner. Wembanyama sets a screen for Fournier. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Well, Evan Fournier staying on the move and working to get that three-point opportunity. Nicely done.
Pass to De Silva. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
There's 39 seconds left in the fourth. Hayes the pass to Fournier. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Relentless in their approach, even with the game firmly in hand.
This is a textbook example of playing the possession and not the score. This team is doing a great job continuing to execute.
At 6'9", Franz Wagner is a great option late. That size allows him to get a good look under pressure. Wow.
And so they foul intentionally.
First personal foul, second team foul. At the line for 2.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. And he does get the second one. And that increases their lead to 6. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. And wants their best move at this point.
They need a quick basket here.
Well, preferably a 3, right? If there's a clean look, take it.
Now here's Schroeder, covered by Hayes. Money! And now they trail by just 4.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5. So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, just knocking them down from the charity stripe, extending the lead. Simple basketball.
Fade away. It's rebounded by Hayes. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's an 8-point game. And so they get the victory here at home. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just...
It's too early in the season to try and forecast where teams are going to end up.
You know, BA, yes and no. I think we have a handful of teams whose fates might already be determined, but we always have a couple of surprise teams that come out of nowhere. That's what makes the season so much fun to watch.
Now the starting group for the visitors.
You don't want to let them get into a rhythm from out there.
Here's Hazonia. From outside the arc. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Here's Larkin. Šarić covers. Pass to Şengün. No good with a layup. Smith right side to the paint. Here's Zubac. And he buries his first look.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
And Şengün throw it down.
Yeah, great finish by Şengün. I love when he goes up with power.
Zubac high post.
Away team foul. Sepati. First personal foul. First team foul. Checking in for the away team. Number 24. Thorkan Korkmaz.
The three, Smith. Buries it from three.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the end.
Pass to Baberovic. Here's Korkmaz. It's Şengün, high post. Shoots over Zubac. Şengün, no good.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Here's Hazonia. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Here's Korkmaz, covered by Smith. Fires, top of the key. Korkmaz, no good. Gone 3 of 4, off to a nice start. 1:46 left in the first quarter here.
Look, that's just great work on the boards. Effort dictates success on the glass more than size.
Pass to Larkin. 6 on the shot clock. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Šarić. They swipe it. Here's Larkin. Right now averaging 6 a game. Covered by Smith. Here's Şengün. And Hazonia pulls it down. 54 seconds left in the first quarter here. Back to Šarić. Here's Hazonia. Just 5 on the clock.
Out of bounds. The ball goes to the away team.
Bogdanovic has checked in for Smith. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Pass to Şengün. Here's Korkmaz. Here's Baberovic. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Zubac. So both teams changing it up here.
Substitution on the court.
20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Here's Larkin. 6 to shoot. That misses. Had a chance to tie it. Tipped. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. They lead by 2. After this break, we'll be back with the start of the second quarter on 2K Sports. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Was simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
Now here's Bogdanovic. 5 to shoot. The 3 is up. The shot no good. Here's Larkin. Pass to Osman. Here's Korkmaz. To the inside. The jump hook. And he buries his first look.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
Picked by Smith. Here's Perkichin. No points yet. Shot from the wing. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Pass to Osman. Here's Larkin. And he misses the go-ahead basket.
I mean, come on. That's a shot you expect him to make.
To the middle. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, PA.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game, you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
Here's Larkin. To the paint. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Look at the power on that.
He has to be one of the top dunkers in the game today. Šarić, a screen on Şengün. 3-pointer. The rebound by Osman.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Knocks down the long J. He has 6.
It's been a tale of 2 quarters for them. Terrible shooting early, but then they heated up and took control of this game.
All right, for those just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second. Out left to the wing. Hezonja gets the bucket.
Yeah, well, passing it inside out is always a good idea. You can usually get your teammate a clean look.
Here's Larkin. No points so far. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land.
Yeah, that's his second made 3 of the quarter. 3rd of the game so far.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. Both teams will make substitutions. Now that we have a chance, let's check out the teams that are scoring the most points off turnovers.
It's one thing to cause turnovers, but the key is turning those takeaways into points. And this team is the best in the league at doing that.
And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here. Pass to Smith. Baseline jumper. Ooh, a little luck that time as it drops. Smith's got 5.
That's why you keep your head up. If the assist is there, you can pounce.
Here's Baberovic. Right wing. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. He hits it just before the shot clock expires.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Smith outside. Elbow shot. And it doesn't fall for him. Made 2, missed 2 now.
One reason this game is so tight is because both teams are hitting the boards with reckless abandon.
No good with the triple. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Leading by 4. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
You take a look at the visitors. I had them as a top team before the season, and now I'm picking them to make the finals. Tell me I'm wrong, Kenny.
And moving on, let's jump over to our current game. It's a tight one so far for the visiting team.
Despite being the visitor.
And that'll do it for us.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. So it's the home team now, trailing by 4. We've got Ivica Zubac. Dario Saric is out there with Smith, and it's Hazonia in at the small forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Knocks down the triple. Give him 8 points now.
Well, those go down for him in his sleep.
On Sunday, they'll be facing Al Horford. Then on Thursday, picked by Smith. Pass to Zubac. Good work there as it goes. Zubac has got his second bucket on the night. Shooting 44%, a pretty decent clip. Covered by Smith. Four on the clock. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Saric outside. Pass to Hazonia. And here's Smith. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen. Over the last 10 games, these two guards have been incredible defensively, piling up the steals. Covered by Smith. Now here's Şengün. Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Here's Larkin. Yet to see a basket. Just 5 to shoot. Hits the target from 18 feet.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Into the third. 2 minutes in now. And with today's switching defensive style, versatile wing players are tremendously in demand, Coach.
Yeah, well, position now, Brian, comes down to who can you guard. And guys that can guard 3, 4, 5 different positions those 6'7", 6'8" guys are often able to do that, and they are extremely valuable.
And it's good. 2 points. Shengun's got 6 points.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
Smith outside. Pass to Azonia. Smith with it. Clock at 6. Here's Azonia. Three-pointer. Smith, that one's good. 11 points in the game. Gone 3 of 3 in this second half. They set a pick. 6 on the shot clock. Shengun passes to Larkin. Yes, and it's Shengun picking up the assist. Larkin's got 5 points in the quarter.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Chalk up 2 there.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Covered by Smith. He buries it from 3.
His strong shooting has really helped them secure this lead.
Charic outside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. Gone an impressive 5 of 5 so far in the third quarter. Charic covers. First one falls for him. Both teams deciding to change it up.
2 shots.
And he can't hit the second. 3 on 3. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
And credit him for understanding the situation.
The third quarter comes to a close. Up 5. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. Shooting an efficient 57% tonight. Pass to Osman. To the left side wing. Now here's Shengun. He's closely guarded. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Those are precisely the looks this team is trying to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
Pass to Perkichin. Down low. It's tipped. Takes the 3. Pure from 3-point range.
Throughout the second half, they've achieved excellent efficiency on the offensive end.
And Chauncey Billups calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. So both teams making some changes here and keeping us updated from the sideline. Allie LaForce.
Guys, over the last break, I listened to Chauncey Billups address the team. He told his guys to up their aggressiveness on the defensive end, saying this game is all about who can get stops right now. I need you guys to bring some more energy on defense. That's how we'll get this win. Guys?
As always, Allie, we thank you.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
Well, you know this is when they lean on him, and he delivers with a much-needed score.
Shengun, a screen on Smith. Back to Shengun. And Shengun, throw it down!
The textbook work by Shengun, setting a solid screen and then getting open.
Smith outside. And it's Larkin with a rebound. Gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Lets it fly. From the top of the key, he buries it.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Pass to Šarić. Here's Hezonja. Smith outside.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Zubac. Over to the wing. Over Şengün. And Zubac with the basket on the assist by Šarić. Šarić has got 5 assists tonight. And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. A minute 53 left in the fourth. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Larkin from deep. Fires in the triple. Larkin's got 10 points here in the second half.
And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
And defensively, that kind of effort is just not going to cut it.
The fadeaway. The shot won't fall. Gotten 4 of 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Şengün, a screen on Smith. Over to the left wing. Shot clock at 6. Covered by Smith. No good from outside. He got his defender off his feet with a pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Šarić finds Zubac. Smith outside. And here's Šarić. And a missed layup. Pass to Larkin. All alone. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. It ends up being a fairly easy road win.
Those are so hard to come by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
And that about wraps.
Greg, at the very start of the season, and many teams are still figuring things out.
And Kevin, you can't take any of these lineups as final just yet. Coaches might keep trying some new things, tinkering a little bit, and these teams are very much works in progress.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Doncic looking it over. And it falls over the rim and in.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
Nice D from Doncic. Pass to Chanchar. To the paint. Ball stolen. Down low. Here's Milutinov. Count the basket.
An efficient start here offensively, working it inside for the easy two.
Doncic passes to Chanchar. Back to Doncic. Just 5 to shoot. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Doncic has got his second basket of the game.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
Bounce pass, Bogdanovic. Now, here's Jokic. Defense right on him. Kicks it out to Bogdanovic. Good, and the assist goes to Jokic.
Well, great shooting off the pass. Get the feet set. Good balance. Bogdanovic dangerous.
Lazic is covered by Bogdanovic.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left to play in the first quarter. Here's Chanchar. Pass to Doncic. And the three off target.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And here's Bogdanovic for three. And that one is off.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
Yeah, altering the shot just as long as there's a miss. That kind of energy not wasted.
Here's Chanchar. He is covered by Bogdanovic. Here's Doncic. Can't connect from the right block. Gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Greg, you think about oversized point guards, and the gold standard has always been Magic Johnson. Now you look at Luka Doncic, and he's certainly big for that position.
Definitely some positive similarities, right? But the big difference is one of those guys has 5 rings, and that's not a knock on Doncic. This is a team sport, but Magic's ability to affect winning was right there with another MJ, Michael Jordan.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Jokic. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Good luck inside against Jokic, one of the most dominant players in the game right now.
Lazic, he is covered by Bogdanovic. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. There's the pick. They need this one. Good defense by Jokic. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Up 3. And the second quarter about to get started. We'll be back in... And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. Guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
In that first period, they showed a willingness to make the extra pass.
So much unselfish play out there. The coaching staff has to be thrilled with that.
Right block shot. Jokic gets it done right in front, in close.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Pass to Chanchard. Inside. Takes it off the glass.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of thing.
Now, Jokic. Here's Teodosic. Jokic a screen. From downtown. Teodosic, no good. Pass to Chanchard. To the middle. They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. Lets it fly. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second-chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Here's Jokic, and a great assist by Teodosic as that one goes in. Jokic has got 6.
Such a sweet touch there from Jokic.
Pass to Toby. Brett, one thing we've seen these days, 3-point variance. Can you explain it?
Well, Kevin, who's hot and who's not? That's basically what it comes down to. Look, coaches are going to have strategies against teams. A lot of teams are taking a lot more threes, but on a night where they are knocking down shots that you're willing to live with, that's when you just tip the cap, take the loss, and move on.
Here's Jokic, and Toby pulls it down.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. No, he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Pass to Jokic. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 8.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight for him.
And Will Hardy is called timeout. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Now, the AC seemed to be cranked up in that one. It was chilly in the arena that night, at least on that end of the floor, just cold shooting all the way around.
Outside, Bogdanovic. Pass to Jovic. Basket good. Jovic has got his first points of the night.
Got to have good court awareness, and it was on display right there from Bogdanovic.
Lazic is covered by Bogdanovic. On the wing, Doncic. Doncic sticking it from way outside.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
Pass to Jovic. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Drills the three-pointer. Bogdanovic has got 6.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
Steps back. Here's Doncic. Doesn't go that time. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Leading by 5. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan.
You take a look at the visitors. It's been a painful start for them, 0-2. I know the season's young, but they're probably feeling a little...
And returning our attention to this game, a solid first half for the home team.
Their offense is running like...
And that'll do it for half.
And welcome back to the second half of our Halloween broadcast. One of the stories here, Jokic getting it done today.
Yeah, it's been a great performance from him, really staying focused on quality shots.
Yeah, this is showing that they're not going to play at anybody else's pace but their own.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Jacks up a three. Cans it from downtown. He's got 9.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
Bogdanovich has gone 3 for 5 from the field. Got a piece of it.
A moment to check out Luka Doncic here. He's coming off an excellent season. He averaged about 34 points a game, 10 assists and 9 rebounds. And he's a nice scoring threat in their second unit, a guy who provides instant offense.
And he has really settled into this role. For some guys, maybe him, they'd rather come off the bench and do their damage.
Pass to Jokic. Got a piece of it. And a minute played as the second half gets going. There's the screen. Here's Doncic. From the top of the key, he buries it. Doncic has got 9.
And really, Doncic can score from any area. His arsenal is very impressive.
The 2K leaderboard provides us now with this list of last season's assist leaders. Second, Luka Doncic.
Very few guys pass the ball better than he did. I mean, he didn't just have eyes in the back of his head. It's almost as if he had them on both sides, too.
Teardrop shot. It's rebounded by Doncic. Well, 50% from the floor. 90 seconds now into the second half. Offensive rebound. And another shot. And that one's good. Shanshar's got his first basket of the night.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded-out game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. If you think Luka Doncic makes amazing shots in games, you should see his trick shots. It's legendary stuff with his teammates. Luka says, I'm just making them up. I like to have fun, so sometimes I just try some new stuff. And of course, Kevin, he always feels like they're going in.
Thank you, D.A. He is a magician with the ball. A very creative mind, and it's fun to watch. That one good for 2. Gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. 1:44 left in the third. Jokic on top, pass to Bogdanovich. That shot, no good.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
To the wing right side. Doncic outside. Puts up a deep 3. He can't hit that time.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-up, so maybe just a step too far.
Here's Milutinov. Got it from 16 feet.
Loving the confidence. Just rise and be free, and you know you can do this.
There's something to be said about knowing yourself. It allows him to shoot and shoot comfortably, even with taller defenders out there.
Doncic going to work.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Over to the wing. Jokic with the screen on Doncic. And it's good, 2 points. 15 seconds left to play here in the third. To the paint, 2 on the clock, and that's 2 points on the layup.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
And that's going to do it for the third quarter. They're up by 4. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
Well, this has been a great contest so far, and I imagine the fourth quarter could have even more action in store for us. They've got Nikola Jokic, and it's Jovic in a power forward. Here's Jokic, off target with the fadeaway.
You get a feeling that he made that much more difficult than he had to. No reason why he had to fade away on that jumper.
Tries the spin move. To the inside. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Cutteridge, the pass to Teodosic. And here's Jokic. And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. See both teams changing it up here. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey guys, now during that break, Will Hardy with some good words for his team. Now he's encouraging them to keep attacking in the paint. He said, when we get inside, we score. Simple as that. Keep attacking and don't settle for anything that's not at the rim. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, David, thanks. Here's Bogdanovich. And the layup is good.
Bogdanovich focused on scoring on the inside, and when he gets close to the basket, it looked like he was hungry to get 2.
Now, here's Doncic. He's guarded closely. Doncic muscles past the defense.
Vital basket there. This is just the time, and really just the situation when he looks to take over.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 4-point ballgame.
And just like that, this game is a 2-possession affair.
Doncic outside. Doncic converts inside.
How about the poise from Doncic right there? He ups the ante when it's a critical possession here in the game.
Pass to Jokic. Whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
He's simply staying aggressive right now, and Jokic is ready to shoot at the biggest moments.
And that tacks another big point onto the league. Great N1 play showing us now a little bit of that killer instinct.
Here's Doncic. That one's not going to go.
Yeah, and he had to be tangled up there with that patented crossover. Just couldn't convert the finish.
Pass to Jokic. Can't get it to fall. Gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Now Doncic. Takes the 3. It's hauled in by Jokic. Doncic comes with the double team. The 3 sinks the 3-pointer.
Give them credit. They've worked hard all game, now looking to finish it.
No, great job of getting in position, to win a game. It's been an all-out effort from the squad.
It falls! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Incredible. Doncic decides he wants to take over, and that's his personality. He comes up with the goods on that one.
It's the first, and that increases their lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
Some padding here on the free throw line, some good work.
And so the timeout by Will Hardy here. .27 seconds left in the game. Doncic, no good. And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And so the home crowd treated to a win. They didn't make it easy on themselves or their fans, but in the end, everyone's satisfied.
I mean, there were some times that momentum shifted, and especially early on.
These two teams.
Oh, BA, this is high level. If you talk East versus West, that's usually championship or bust type aspirations.
Now the starting group for the visitors. To the wing on the left. Kicks it out to Wagner. Nice start for him, sinking his first shot.
Yeah, Wagner's showing he has the strength to beat contact.
Here's Larkin, and right now he's currently putting up 6.5 points per game. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
Now Schroeder, right now averaging 5.5 a game. Wagner up top. Cash money on the open jump shot. Wagner's gotten his second bucket on the night.
And even before he caught the ball, Wagner had that measured up.
First quarter, just over a minute played. And the three-pointer goes.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's De Silva. No luck on that one.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
Gone 2 of 3 from the floor.
Ball is turned over. The ball goes to the away team. Substitution on the court.
Here's Larkin. Pass to Baberovic. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Here's Larkin. Here's Şengün. Second chance effort. Larkin with the bucket.
You can run some offense through Şengün because he has a high basketball IQ.
And here's Schroeder. Wagner with a screen. Schroeder into the lane. The shot misses. Gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Pass to Baberovic. It's rebounded by Wagner. Now here's Wagner. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Offensively, it was never their night. The issues they suffered were pretty clear.
Won't win games in this league with an offensive night like that. They've got some things to figure out.
Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Baberovic. Six to shoot. And that one hits the back iron.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Here's Bonga. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. 32 seconds left in the opening quarter. Pass to Korkmaz. Here's Şengün, defended by Wagner. And Şengün, throw it down!
Hey, look, sometimes you just gotta let the big man work. Şengün doing it in style.
Outside Schroeder. Fires from deep. Nails it from 3. And that makes it a tie ball game.
I love it. Just thumbing his nose at the height disadvantage. He's able to get the space he needs and convert it.
And you know it takes skill for you to get your shot up over a bigger guy. Little giant killer. That's impressive stuff.
We're at the end of one in a close game so far. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
They're off to a rock-solid start. They brought a well-thought-out plan into this one.
Well, let's see if they're able to keep it up. So far, their shot selection and ball movement has been on point.
Osman passes to Larkin. To the left side wing. The 3 ball. Hartenstein pulls it in. Pass to Washington. Here's De Silva. Fades away. And it's Larkin with a rebound. Here's Osman. He's guarded by Hartenstein. Good on the shot.
Oh, explosive crossover. How's that for a move?
And here's Washington. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the inside. Here's Hartenstein. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. Hartenstein's gotten his first basket of the night. Here's Larkin. Second quarter here, just over a minute and a half played. Osman on the wing. Here's Larkin. He's guarded by Washington. Larkin no good. Larkin's gone 1 for 3 from the field here. Out left to the wing. Pass to Washington. Out to the wing.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
Here's De Silva. Goes to the fadeaway. Richard, you played for great teams and rebuilding teams. How different is the atmosphere between those types of organizations?
The expectation to win from everyone, top to bottom, that's what stands out to me. Everyone takes their role seriously and professionally.
There's a minute 47 left in the second. Inside. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
Pass to Wagner. 1:16 left to play in the first half. That shot missing.
The battle of the boards has been something to watch.
Grant, you look at the development path of Franz Wagner. Not surprising he had an easier transition to the NBA.
Well, think about this, BA. I mean, he played against men very early in Germany, splitting time in Euroball, and at Michigan let him really develop in multiple ways. So he's seen it all and is still so young.
Schroeder passes to Wagner. Wagner, left side. Pass to Wagner. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
Right wing. To the middle. Wagner with a steal. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Schroeder. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
Pass to Baberovic. Over Wagner. And Baberovic gets it to go.
Okay, let's throw out the analytics for a moment. When he's taking the mid-range, it's a winning shot.
And the first half comes to a close in a tie game. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Although they appear to be the better team, they can't get caught up thinking that. You know, that's when you let your guard down.
My bed is the best you can buy, but it ain't as soft as their defense right now. They got to shore up that side of the ball.
I think Shaq. Thanks for tuning in. Now we head back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. The visitors with the ball. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. To the left wing. Here's Larkin, covered by Schroeder. Goes back up. Gets the bucket and the foul. That one on Schroeder.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
Pass to Wagner. Here's De Silva. Launches a 3. Second chance shot. That one no good. Good D by Şengün. Shooting has been excellent so far, around 56%. Pass to Larkin. 4-3. On target from range. Larkin's got 5 points.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's gonna make you pay.
Since being drafted in 2021, Alperen Şengün has really grown his game, Richard.
Particularly his assist numbers. That's what impresses me. You can run the offense through the 6'11" Şengün. It's so impressive.
Wagner outside. Sinks the tray. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, and when Wagner is hitting from deep, the floor opens up for everyone else. Nice triple.
And Chris Finch calls timeout here. He's going to talk it over with his guys. Already it's February. Let's see how things look out west. Taking a look at the visitors here. They're in first place right now with a tremendous record. They're certainly the team to beat. Here's Larkin. He's got 5. To the inside. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. The baseline J is on the way. Off the left rim and out. Gone 3 of 5 from the field in this third quarter. To the paint. Here's Şengün. And Şengün throw it down.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Pass to De Silva. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
It's his first trip to the line. Both teams will make substitutions, and he makes both free throws.
Some big guys struggle at the line, not him. He's put in the work to defy that assumption.
Larkin passes to Şengün. Here's Baberovic. Fires for 3. Yes, and it's Şengün picking up the assist. Baberovic has got 8.
I just love the ball movement.
Pass to De Silva. Back to Schroeder. There's the triple. And it's Larkin with a rebound. Gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Here's Baberovic. Give him 8 points now. His first shot attempt. Unable to get that one. Shooting about 47%. A nice number. Here's De Silva. Sinks that one from the post. De Silva's got his first 2 points of the night. Shooting around 59%. They've been outstanding on the offensive end. Pass to Baberovic. Şengün, the screen. Here's Baberovic. Şengün, no good. We've got 22 seconds left in the third quarter. Now here's Schroeder. There's a screen. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Give him 8. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Up by 3. After a quick break, we're coming right back with the start of the fourth quarter. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
There wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
Man, I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Mo Wagner is out there with Isaiah Hartenstein. Then it's Washington, and it's Bonga in at the 2 guard. And they're
unable to get the tying bucket there. He's guarded by Washington, and he makes it. Pass to Bonga. Down low. There's the steal. Here's Baberovic, defended by Wagner. And Baberovic gets it to go.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Hardenstein a screen. Inside. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
It's winning time, and that's a winning play.
And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He applauded their shooting and their shot selection, saying, "We're taking the right threes, not forcing anything. Keep doing that, and they'll continue to fall." Makes the game easy, doesn't it?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Five on the clock. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Larkin. Misses the jumper from the wing. Gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. Here's Schroeder. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
First team foul.
Free throw good. Schroeder.
2 shots.
And both free throws good for Schroeder.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. Ooh, he's locked in. Dreams his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Got it in close, and unless it's an open 3, that's the key to efficient offense.
The floater. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, a very energetic player. Franz Wagner always seems to be searching for his next chance to impact the game.
So the first one drops, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. It's both from the stripe.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a 1-possession game.
Pass to Baberovic. And here's Şengün. And he converts the layup.
And that's an important shot from Şengün. He takes pride in delivering in big spots.
Buries it down low.
They needed that hoop from Wagner. Nothing phases him.
Got 4 or 5 attempts to fall so far in the fourth. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Larkin, covered by Schroeder. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, they wanted every last one of those, and he delivered, making it a 2-possession game.
Wagner, and the layup is good off the glass. Wagner's got 6 here in the quarter.
Yeah, Wagner just keeps going at them. He's in the zone right now.
Here's Larkin, covered by Schroeder. Pass to Baberovic. And he buries it.
This has been the story of the game. A battle fought on offense.
Yeah, but I think it's going to come down to who can get the stops down the stretch, because that's who's going to come away with this one.
Wagner outside. And it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings him within 3.
And look at Franz Wagner, proving he can deliver down the stretch.
It falls!
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
And not a moment to lose on this possession.
Clock working against them right now.
He connects!
And Wagner is a very efficient scorer in the painted area.
And that's an intentional foul.
Number 13. First personal foul. Second team foul.
He gets the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he hits both free throws here, and it's a 5-point game. And timeout is called by Billy Donovan. Coach clearly has something he wants to say to his team right now. 27 seconds left in the fourth. Schroeder can't get it to go. And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
First free throw is good, and that increases the lead to 6. So he gets them both, and it's a 7-point game.
He knows how important it is converting at the line and building up this lead.
Yes! And now they trail by just 4. 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one, and they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Pass to De Silva. Here's the 3. And he can't get that one. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second personal foul.
He hits the first one, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game. The visiting club takes the win on the road. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are.
Some shifts in the landscape of competition.
That, to me, Kevin, is what makes things both interesting and exciting. There's an intrigue to, are some of the young players in the league pushing the established stars? How deeply into the careers of the great players are we? And are we looking at the end of what has been an extraordinary run of talent? It's always incredible to watch.
Now the starting group for the visitors. Lazic, covered by Smith. Pass to Doncic. Clock at 4. Here's Chanchan. Offline with his three. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. Now, if you think Luka Doncic is a problem, you're right. Coach told me he reads the situation as well as anyone. We'll try to give him different looks. The goal is just to slow him down and try to make someone else beat us. We'll see where it ends up. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. Doncic. Sharge grabs the board.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Down low. Pick off in midair. And Doncic with a clear path to the hoop. And they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Boy, and the foul. Doncic has got great upper body strength, completes the play. Nicely done.
You know, Doris, every so often there are guys that come along that you can build a franchise around, and Luka Doncic seems to be one of them.
There's no question, Kevin, and if I were putting a team around Luka Doncic, I'd want to have multiple vertical threats at the rim and shooters at every other position, because at that point, Luka is unguardable. Well, Bojan Bogdanovic, simply stated, has become a knockdown three-point shooter. There's real synergy in play right now on the offensive end. The pass was right where it needed to be.
Now, here's Bogdanovic.
2 minutes remaining in the first 2 minutes.
Screen by Zubac. Lets it go from deep. And the dunk by Zubats.
You love to see Zubats get after it on the window. Use that size and strength.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
At the line for one, Ivica Zubats.
And talk about victors and guys who play to their strengths. What about Zubats? He does a great job.
He does, Kevin. A 7-footer who wants to play like a 7-footer. He's an outstanding rebounder. He doesn't need the ball offensively. You know he's going to show up and give you great effort every night.
Doncic right side. Lock at 6. The 15-footer, and it's good off the back rim and in. Doncic has got 7 points. Pass to Zubats. It's Bogdanovich on the... His second basket of the night.
Oh, you love to see Bogdanovich stroke that deep ball. What an accomplished scorer from distance.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Outside Bogdanovich. The tray, and the 3 ball is good. He's got 9.
That's a pretty good stroke from Bogdanovich. Really pure form on that.
46 seconds left in the first quarter. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
I'll tell you, this lead's not going anywhere with this guy making plays. What a quarter.
Back to Hazonia. Inside, here's Bogdanovich. Misses from close range. Gone 6 of 8 in the game so far. A very solid start for them. Pass to Doncic. Fires away from outside. Sharks grabs the board.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. They're up by 2. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Well, you come in thinking they're going to settle for perimeter jump shots. Think again.
They've certainly made the commitment to pounding the basketball into the painted area, and boy, is it paying dividends.
Here's Perkichin, fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
Yeah, outstanding job there of taking the harm and still able to finish.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
They set the pick. Pass to Dragic. Deflects the pass. Driving in. Down low. Here's Perkichin. Chalk up 2 there.
Well, that possession to me highlights the importance of creating for your teammates.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. To the middle. And he dunks it down.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
At the line for one.
Greg, what a great time to be a fan of basketball. Not just in the NBA, but all over the world.
Absolutely, Kevin. The sport just continues to grow, and there's increased value being placed on all-around skill, even in youth basketball. And I think that bodes well for the future of the game.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Pass to Toby. Outside Dragic. Off target at the rim.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Here's Perkichin from 18 feet away, and Toby pulls it down.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit.
To the inside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Puts it up from 17. It's rebounded by Perkichin. Gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. They set the pick. To the paint. And he stuffs it. What a pass to set him up.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And a look now at some of the players we can expect to see in this year's dunk contest. Always one of the great events of All-Star Weekend.
It is, Kevin. You just can't take your eyes off it. The ideas those guys come up with, and then the guts it takes to pull them off, always blows me away.
Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going.
He's perfect from the line this time.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
To the wing on the left. And he misses his first shot of the game. Gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Lazic has Hazonia defending. There's 39 seconds left in the first half. From the wing, Sharge grabs the board. Gone 4 of 6 from the field here in the second. And now here's Hazonia. He's tightly guarded. Pass to Zubac. Sharge outside. For 3. That one doesn't drop. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. They lead by a bucket. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
At the defensive end, I'm not seeing disruption. I don't mean just forced turnovers. I mean taking the offense out of the rhythm.
And now, not a bad time to take. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
They've got Šarić. Also, Ivica Zubac's out there. Smith is out there with Hazonia. So that's who Chauncey Billups starts the second half with. Here's Smith. Count it, and the foul. It's on Luka Doncic.
Aggressive move coming out of the half, penetrating into the heart of the defense.
And I've got to believe that was something they talked about during the break. Get him some good looks into the paint, get into the heart of the defense. Beautiful.
That's another one for him, his fifth in just 7 shots.
You guard against the drive of Luka Doncic, but that opens you up to the mid-range ability, and Luka lets you feel it from that distance.
Here's Smith. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Smith's got 5 points so far.
Boy, that's as wide open as you're going to get. The defense needs to lock in and be better than that.
Doncic against Zubac. They grab their own miss. Pass to Cancar. Back to Doncic. Lets the 3 fly. The triple! Doncic!
This has been one of the most elite, consistent scorers since he entered the league. Luka in the house.
Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. And you take a look at this home team. They're fourth in the conference and looking to make a move the latter part of the season. Right now, quite a ways down below. Pass to Zubac. Smith on the wing. Lets it go from 14. Cancar grabs the miss.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
And stolen by Hazonia. And here we go. Goes up. And finished off by Hazonia.
Gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right, and that's severe punishment right there.
Boy, in a tight game like this, that can change the whole tone. It helps your opponent get into a little bit of a rhythm.
The 3 for Doncic. That doesn't go either for Doncic. Gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Shot clock at 6. Out to Šarić. Pass to Hazonia. For 3, Smith. Not going to go that time.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Sinks that one from the post.
Boy, there is an artistry and a feel to Luka Doncic's game. This guy is elite with his playmaking.
Šarić outside. Now here is Smith. He's covered closely. Šarić passes to Smith. It's Hazonia in the corner. Pass to Smith. Launches it. And no good that time.
Excellent defense there, but he has to be smarter and a bit more patient.
That ties it up. Doncic has got 17.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Nice shot by Smith.
And that's what the pump fake's there for. Get your man off his feet and drive right around him.
Here's Doncic. 17 points in the game.
Boy, yet another night for Luka Doncic. This guy is forcing everyone to play at his pace right now.
To the inside. Here's Smith. It's the difficult fadeaway jumper. Smith's got 9 points in the quarter.
You know, maybe save that fadeaway move for when he really needs it.
We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. They're up by 2. And coming up as soon as we return from break, the fourth quarter gets underway. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed. And you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
You love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
For the away team, number 23, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And he makes both free throws.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
There's a screen. Fires the 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Here's Toby. And a missed layup. Bogdanovich looking around. To the wing right side. Baseline J on the way. And Toby pulls it down. Shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%. Pass to Dragic. They set the screen. Nikolic. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Here's Perkichin. Got it off in time and beat the shot clock, but it's no good.
Boy, not on the same page there. And in a possession ball game, that's a big mistake.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body to take the charge.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Guys, over the break, Chauncey Billups had some advice for his team. Now, they preached the little things in the huddle. They asked their team to battle on those 50-50 balls. One extra possession could be all the difference. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks so much, David. Takes a step back. Here's Doncic. Doncic converts inside.
Luka Doncic loves the big moment, and he delivers.
Gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Pass to Smith. With some arc. No good on that one. Gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the 4th quarter. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
I love the tenacity. Terrific move at a crucial point in this game.
That is not settling. That is going for a high percentage look at a critical time. Nicely done.
First personal foul, first team foul.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
You get the sense this guy relishes getting to the free throw line in these tough moments. You talk about clutch, this guy is it.
Pass to Chunchar. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game. Chunchar's got himself on the board with 3 there. 55 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Smith kicks to Hezonja. Back to Smith. 3-pointer. Trifecta.
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Chunchar, the pass to Doncic. Count it! And that shot brings them to within just one.
Doncic has been in this position many times. He makes it look easy.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Here's Smith. It's good.
Both teams putting their energies into the offensive end. Where's the D?
Good question. So far, these teams just seem content to shoot it out down the stretch.
And Will Hardy calls timeout here. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. "27 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Doncic. It's hauled in by Zubac, and so they choose to intentionally foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And the second of two is good. That gives them a 4-point cushion.
And looking for a very quick shot here.
You've got to run a play that's a quick strike. You've got to immediately foul after that.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Third team foul. At the line for your home team.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Well, this trip to the line should seal the deal. Amazing job.
Beyond the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. And we've got a timeout called by Chauncey Billups. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. And so they get the victory here at home. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that you feel.